Hello students, I Mrs. Madhvi Mhatre welcome you all in the next lecture of Mathematics 1. Today we are starting with chapter number 3, that is arithmetic progression. In this chapter we are going to learn the topics like the first topic is sequence. Then after that we are going to understand the meaning of arithmetic progression, which is a particular type of sequence. And then we are going to learn about the nth term of an AP, that means general term of the AP, and from that we are going to see the formula to find the nth term of AP. The next topic is about the sum of n terms of the AP, and here also we are going to see the formula for the sum of the n terms of the AP, and then we are going to see the application of this formula, that means the word problem depending upon that. Okay, the term sequence you are familiar with, you know the term sequence in lower standards, in 7th standard, you in mathematics this term is introduced to you, though it is not taught in or it is not given in detail in the textbook. You know this term sequence, or often in the day-to-day life also we use this uh, word sequence. You know that when we stand in a queue, we say that we are standing in a sequence. That means you know the meaning of the word sequence. Now let's try to understand the meaning of the word sequence in mathematics or in algebra. Okay, so for this we will take simple examples. Like the first example is of natural numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. We know that the next number is going to be 5. If I say that, tell me the 10th natural number, you will immediately tell me that it is 10. Okay, so here the numbers are arranged in a definite order, and the nth number we can say definitely that this number is going to be there at that place. Like the ninth number is 9, 13th number is 13. So here in natural numbers we know all the numbers here, and we know that they are given in definite order. Or take one more example here: 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49. What you can observe here is all these are square numbers. See, 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, then 4 square is 16, 5 square is 25, and so on. So here you can see that now here this is the first term, this is second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh. If I say that you are having a sequence of numbers which are perfect squares, and can you tell me the seventh number, then immediately you are going to say that the seventh number is going to be 49, because 7 square is 49. If I say that, tell me the 20th term, that means the number which is appearing at the 20th place. So immediately you can say that 20 square is 400. So here the 20th term of this particular sequence is 400. That means any term here we can say definitely. Okay, so such orders are called as sequences. Okay, so how we can define it? A set of numbers where the numbers are arranged in a definite order, like the natural numbers, is called as a sequence. So sequence is a set. You know that a set is a well defined collection of objects. Okay, so similarly here the set of number is a well defined collection of numbers where we have the numbers in a definite order. Okay, so such set where the numbers are arranged in a definite order, such sets are called as sequences. Okay, let us take some more examples here. So here you can see the examples, like the first one here: 4, 8, 12, 16, and so on. So here if you can see, the difference between the two consecutive terms is 4. Like 4 plus 4 is 8, 8 plus 4 is 12, 12 plus 4 is 16. If I ask you the next number, immediately you can answer me that the next number is 20. Or somebody will say that it's a table of 4. These are multiples of 4. 4 ones are 4, 4 twos are 8, 4 threes are 12, 4 fours are 16, 4 fives are 20. Okay, so you can have the different meaning here, okay, or different rule you can find, but certainly the next term is going to be same. The rule, whatever rule you apply here, the next term is going to be same. See the second one, 2 4 8 16 32. What we can say that 4 is double of 2, means 2 twos are 4, 4 twos are 8, 8 twos are 16, 16 twos are 32. That means here in this particular sequence we get the next term by multiplying the previous term by 2, or you can say that if we double the previous term we are getting the next term. Okay, so this way we can find the rule here. That means the numbers are arranged in definite order. The next term can be immediately found out, that 32 twos are 64. So next term here is 64. Okay. Now observe this, 1 upon 5, 1 upon 10, 1 upon 15, 1 upon 20 and so on. So here the numerator is constant 1. But in the denominator now we can find the rule that here the denominators are multiples of 5. So if I ask you the next term, then immediately you can say that the next term is going to be 1 upon 25. Because see, you can observe the multiples here, 5, 10, 15, 20. So the next number is going to be 25. Okay, that means denominator is going to be 25 and numerator is constant, that is 1. So our next term is 1 upon 25. The next term is 1 upon 30 and so on. So here also it is possible for us to tell the next number definitely. That means here the numbers are arranged in a definite order. So all such sets, they are called as sequences. Okay. Now let us study more about these sequences. Okay, so here now this is a textual exercise activity is given, that here one pattern is given and they have asked you about the number of circles here in the pattern. So here you can see one circle is there, so one is written. Then here to both the places, means to the right hand side and also the below that first circle, one circle is added both the places. So here the next pattern is having three circles, then again one circle is added both the places, so it is having five circles. So when one more is added, seven circles. So immediately you can say the next number, that when one more circle is added here, both the places, here in the pattern, you are going to have nine circles. So what order you have? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Then after that you will have 11 here, then 13, 15, 17. That means here the next number we are getting by adding 2 to the previous number. See, 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 2 is 5, 5 plus 2 is 7 and so on. Okay, so here this is also a sequence. Let us take one more example of patterns here. So here also you will observe a pattern, that here in the first pattern you will find that 5 triangles are there. But now here, while adding, what they have done is they have added one triangle everywhere. Like in horizontal lines also one triangle is added, and in vertical lines also one triangle is added. Okay. So here 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 triangles are there. With the 3 triangles are added everywhere, the next number you got as 8. Then more 3 triangles are added. So you got 11. So here you can observe that everywhere the number of triangles are increasing by 3. So immediately you can find out the next pattern here, and you can say that the number of triangles in the next pattern, that is 11 plus 3 is equal to 14. Then the next number is 14 plus 3 is 17, and next is 17 plus 3 is 20 and so on. Okay, so here we can see that in these patterns the number of circles here and number of triangles, they are increasing in a definite order. So it is possible for us to write down this sequence. Okay, so these are some more examples of sequences. Now let's go ahead. Let us try to understand the terms related to sequence. Okay, so terms in a sequence. Here, to denote the terms in a sequence, we use letter T. Okay, So in the sequence, the ordered terms are represented as T1 means first term, T2 means second term, T3 means third term, and so on. And here Tn is called as general term or nth term of the sequence. Okay, so the general term is written as Tn. Please take a note that Tn stands for general term. Okay, if the sequence here is infinite, you know that in set we have studied finite sets and infinite sets. So finite set means what? We have the limited numbers of the objects there, or the number of elements in the set are countable. That is called as what? Definite sequence. But if the sequence is infinite, then here for every positive number n, we have the term Tn. So Tn stands for the general term or the nth term of the AP. Okay. Now let us see this activity which is given in textbook. Okay. You also can see in the textbook, and you can write down the answers with pencil there. Those who have old textbook, they may find the answers there ready made. So please check it. You know that our question paper is activity based. In question number 2A and 3A, activity based questions are asked. So here in this activity we are provided with these three sequences, and then they have asked us to show the positions of the terms by T1, T2, T3 and so on. So here in the first one, where the sequence is 9, 15, 21, 27, you can observe that the numbers are in definite order. 9 plus 6 is 15, 15 plus 6 is 21, 21 plus 6 is 27. That means here we get the next term by adding 6 to the previous term. So here the first term, that means T1, is 9, second term T2 is 15, third term T3 is 21 and so on. Now in second sequence, see, all the terms are constant. 7, 7, 7, 7. Such sequence is called as constant sequence. Here we can add 0 to every term. See, 7 plus 0 is 7. So everywhere 0 is added. Like here 6 is added, you can say that here 0 is added. So here T1 is 7, T2 is also 7, T3 is also 7. Okay, so write down 7 here both the places. That first term is 7, second term is also 7, and third term also is 7. Now see the third one here, minus 2, minus 6, minus 10, minus 14 and so on. Here also you can find the rule that here when we add minus 4, we are getting the next term. See, minus 2 minus 4 is minus 6. Minus 6 minus 4 is minus 10. Okay. So here we are adding minus 4 everywhere to get the next term. So in this case, T1 is minus 2, T2 is minus 6 and T3 is minus 10. So write down here in the first box minus 6, and here you can write down minus 10. Okay, so in this way, this is a simple activity to locate the positions of the terms or to write the positions of the terms. So take a note that here the term is denoted by the letter T. Okay, and then the suffixes like 1, 2, 3 are added to show the position. So T1 means first term, T2 means second term, T3 means third term, and Tn stands for the nth term of the sequence or the general term of the sequence. Okay. Now let's go ahead. Now again we are going to study some sequences, and from that we are going to understand the meaning of the special type of sequence, that is arithmetic progression. The name of our chapter is arithmetic progression. So arithmetic progression is one special type of sequence. Now let us try to understand the meaning of arithmetic progression by these various examples. Okay, so here also we have a sequence 1, 4, 7, 10 and so on. So here let us try to find out the rule which is given here in the textbook. It is given there that how you get the next term. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. 7 plus 3 is 10. 10 plus 3, 13. So here the next number is going to be what? 13. Then here in this box you will write 13 plus 3, that is 16. Okay, so immediately you can write down the numbers here. So you know that here 13 will appear, and 13 plus 3, 16 will appear here in the next box. Okay, so here the next term we are getting by adding 3 everywhere, or the conversely, if you want to say, what you can say, 4 minus 1 is 3, 7 minus 4 is 3, 10 minus 7 is 3, 13 minus 10 is 3. That means here everywhere the difference between the two terms is same, or it is constant, that is 3. Okay, let us take one more example. See the sequence here: 6, 12, 18, 24. Multiples of 6 are given here. Immediately you can guess the next number. Here you are going to get 30. Here we are going to get 36. Okay, so here also, how we get the next term? 6 plus 6 is 12. 12 plus 6 is 18. 18 plus 6 is 24. 24 plus 6 is 30. 30 plus 6 is 36. So here also, what we can find here is the difference between the two terms is constant, that is plus 6. Okay, let's take one more example. Here we have a constant sequence, 3, 3, 3, 3, and so on. So here also, if we try to find the difference is going to be 0. See, 3 minus 3 is 0. That means when we add 0 to the previous term, we get the next term. Okay, so here you know that in the remaining box also you are going to get the numbers 3 and 3. So here such sequences are called as arithmetic progressions, or they are called as AP. The standard abbreviation A full stop P full stop. AP stands for arithmetic progression. So arithmetic progression is a special type of sequence where the difference between the two consecutive terms, consecutive word is important. Okay, consecutive means one after the another. Difference between the two consecutive terms is constant. See, like see here, plus 3 everywhere. Here plus 6 everywhere. Here plus 0. So difference between the two consecutive terms is constant. Such sequences, they are called as arithmetic progressions, or they are called as AP. Okay, now let us take one more example, fourth example, which is different from this. Okay, so in this example, we have the sequence 4, 16, 64. Okay, so how here we try, if we try to find the difference, see, 16 minus 4 is 12. 64 minus 16 is not 12. The difference is quite more here. That means here difference between two consecutive terms is not same. So this sequence is not an AP. It is not an arithmetic progression. But what we can find here is the next term we are getting by multiplying the previous term by a constant number. See, 4 fours are 16, 16 fours are 64. Similarly, 64 fours are, when you multiply, you will get the next term. Okay, so when you multiply here, you will get the next term as 256. Okay, 64 fours are, you will multiply and you will write down the answer. Similarly, you can write down the remaining terms also. So here we are getting the next term by multiplying the previous term. So such sequence is called as geometric progression. See, there we were getting the next term by adding a definite number, and here we are getting the next term by multiplying a definite number. So such sequence is called as geometric progression. Okay, in the previous syllabus you were having, means the students were having both the progressions, arithmetic progressions as well as geometric progressions, but afterwards that particular topic is removed and now you have only arithmetic progressions. But this is to make you understand that the you can think that if the multiplication is constant, so such sequence it is called as what? Geometric progression. When the difference between two terms is constant, it is called as arithmetic progression. But here, when the division of these two terms is constant, it is called as geometric progression. See, 16 divided by 4 is 4, 64 divided by 16 is 4, 256 divided by 64 is 4. So here difference is not constant, but the, you can say, the ratio is constant, or the division is constant. So such sequence is called as geometric progression or GP. Okay, in higher standards you are going to learn about that, but here in this chapter we are going to think only about arithmetic progression, that is AP. Now with the various example, let us learn more about arithmetic progressions. Okay. So in the textbook, you will find these examples. Okay. Where you are provided with different sequences. Now we will see how the next term is obtained here. In the first sequence, the terms are 100, 70, 40, 10 and so on. So here 100 is called as first term, means T1. 70 is called as second term, means T2. 40 is called as third term. Okay, so everywhere you have to keep in mind first term, second term, third term. So here, how the next term is obtained, that we are going to see. So here, you can say that when we subtract 30 from 100, we are getting 70. Again, we are subtracting 30, then we are getting 40. But here, we are going to think in the form of addition, that when minus 30 is added to 100, we are getting 70. When minus 30 is added to 70, we are getting 40. Okay, that means the term which is added, that we are going to think about. Always we will think about addition. So here minus 30 is added to 100, or minus 30 is added to previous term to get the next term. So here similarly, when 10 plus minus 30 is done, means minus 30 is added to 10, then we are getting the next term as minus 20. Then minus 30 is added to minus 20, so we are getting the next term as minus 50. Okay, so here also we can say that everywhere the same term minus 30 is added to get the next term. Now let's see the next one, minus 7, minus 4, minus 1, 2 and so on. Always think in the form of addition. What is added, that you think of. So here minus 7 plus 3, we are going to get minus 4. Minus 4 plus 3 is minus 1. Minus 1 plus 3 is 2. Then 2 plus 3, the next term is going to be 5. Then 5 plus 3, the next term is going to be 8. Okay, so here by adding some constant term to the previous term, we are getting the next term. Now here again we have the constant sequence where all the terms are same, 4, 4, 4 and so on. So previously also we have discussed this, that here 0 is added, or the difference between the two terms is 0. Here we can say that the difference between the two terms is minus 30. Here the difference is plus 3. Here the difference is 0. Okay. So here if we try to find out the next terms, you know that the next terms are going to be 4, 4, 4 and 4 only. Okay. Everywhere the terms are going to be same because 0 is added. Now by using this, we will see the terms related to arithmetic progression. Okay, so here how we will define arithmetic progression. The definition here is, it is a particular type of sequence. First of all, that means all the terms are arranged in a definite order, but it is a special type of sequence where the difference between two consecutive terms, the terms which are appearing one after the another, that means Tn plus 1 minus Tn. For example, T2 minus T1 or T3 minus T2. Difference between two consecutive terms, if it is a constant, then the sequence is called as arithmetic progression, AP. The standard abbreviation is AP, which you can use in the exams also. In place of arithmetic progression, you can write AP. Okay. So here it's a particular type of sequence where the difference between two consecutive terms is constant or it is same. Okay. So here this difference is denoted by letter small d. So the formula for d is Tn plus 1 minus Tn, where n can take various values. N is a whole number, you can say, or n is a natural number, you can say. So for example, if value of n is 1, then 1 plus 1 is 2. T2 minus T1. You are subtracting the previous term from the next term, and then you are getting the common difference. So this is the formula for D. Formula for D is Tn plus 1 minus Tn. Then after that, we can say that here that the first term of this AP is denoted by small a. That means A is same as T1 and common difference is denoted by D. First term T1 is given by small a and the difference is D. Then we can write down the terms of the AP as like first term T1 is A. T1 is A. Then T2 is A plus D. The difference D is added to get the next term. Then T3 is A plus D plus D. That means A plus 2D. If you try to find out T4 now, then you will get T4 as A plus 3D. So T1 is A, T2 is A plus D, T3 is A plus 2D, T4 is A plus 3D and so on. In this way you are going to get the terms. Okay. So here we can say that AP is a special type of sequence where if we say that the first term is A, that means T1 is A and the common difference is D, then this sequence we can write as A, comma A plus D, comma A plus 2D, A plus 3D, then the next is going to be A plus 4D and so on. Okay, so these are the terms of the sequence or terms of AP. The terms of AP are always written like this: A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D and so on, where A is called as the first term and D is the common difference. The difference between two consecutive terms is constant, which is called as common difference. Okay. Now let's go. So let us try to remember all the points together now. So the very first point here is that when the difference between two consecutive terms is constant, then the sequence is called as arithmetic progression. And that difference D is given by the formula Tn plus 1 minus Tn. This is the very first point to remember. Then the next point here is the difference between the two consecutive terms is always constant and that difference is denoted by small d. Then the next one, here this common difference d, it can be positive, it can be negative or it can be zero. We have seen the various examples previously. In one place we saw that the difference was minus 30, in one place it was plus 3, in one place it is 0. So this common difference d, it can be positive, it can be negative or it can be 0 also. The next one, here in the AP the first term is given by small a and difference is denoted by d. Then the terms in the sequence are A plus D, A plus 2D. The next is going to be A plus 3D and so on. So this sequence gives us arithmetic progression or AP. Okay. Now let's see some examples. So solved examples from the textbook. I am discussing only one example. Remaining examples, all of you please see in textbook and try to understand. I told you so many times that solved examples are equally important. They may appear in exam. Okay, so here what is asked is which of the following sequences are AP? If it is an AP, find next two terms. Okay. So the question can be asked for 1 mark also, that only to decide whether it is AP or not, or it can be asked for 2 marks also. Like here they have asked find next two terms. So that question can be asked for 2 marks also. So let's see the first one. Okay, 5, 12, 19, 26. So what we can say here is the first term, that means T1 is 5. Second term T2 is 12. Third term T3 is 19. Always you need to write this. What is T1, what is T2, what is T3. Now here we have to decide whether it is AP or not. So according to the definition, if the common difference is constant, then only it is an AP. That means we have to find out difference between the two terms. That means we have to go for T2 minus T1, T3 minus T2 and so on. Okay. So here T2 minus T1 is 12 minus 5, that is 7. T3 minus T2, 19 minus 12, that is 7 again. Next also you find out 26 minus 19, that is also 7. So here what we can say, the first term is 5 and the common difference is constant, that is D, which is equal to 7, and therefore we can say that this sequence is an AP. So here we have to decide whether it is an AP or not. That is why we have to find out this common difference and check whether it is a constant or what. If it is constant, then only it is AP. And they have told you, if it is an AP, then find next two terms. So here next two terms you can get by adding this common difference. So the next term or the fifth term you can say you will get by adding 7 to 26. Okay. So the next two terms are 26 plus 7, that is 33, and 33 plus 7, that is 40. So we can say that 33 and 40 are the next two terms. Okay, so in this way you have to write down the answer. Always keep in mind that follow textual method to write down the answer. So similarly you try to understand the remaining examples also from the textbook. Okay, now in the next lecture we will solve practice set 3.1. Okay, so that time you be ready with your notebooks, pen, pencil and textbook also, so that you can solve it along with me. Okay students, so we will meet in next lecture. Till that you stay home, stay safe, take care of yourself. Thank you students.